Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and to another World of Warcraft Beginner's Guide video. In this video, I'm going to talk to you all about guilds and other social features in WoW. I'll talk about what a guild is, how to join one, and some of the benefits. I'll also cover additional social features such as chat channels and communities. I will be creating a second part to this guild guide, which will show you how to create your own guild if you wish, so stay tuned for that one. First up, what are guilds? Guilds in World of Warcraft are communities of players that group together. These players can join forces for a few different reasons. The majority align to do questing, dungeons, raids, or even PvP as a collective. Some, however, are just content with the social aspect like role-playing or having someone to say hi to whenever they log on. There are a few options when looking to join a guild. A lot of the time after you've created your character, you will get random guild invite pop-ups on your screen. Usually that's a GM or officer that is just browsing the general area and inviting everyone that they see. If you're just looking to join a guild for no real specific purpose, you could accept that invite. A lot of the times, those guilds are filled with people that don't talk much or may not be overly inclined to join up for leveling dungeon or raiding adventures. Sometimes you'll see guilds recruiting through the general or trade chat channels here, and there are always several posts on the World of Warcraft guild recruitment forums from guilds looking for new players. They may post links to their Discord servers, websites, or provide other ways for you to get in touch with them outside of the forums. Some guilds may require that you fill out an application, which usually consists of fairly standard questions just so they can get to know you a little bit better, understand your playstyle, and get an idea of what you've accomplished so far. You can also search for a guild right in the game itself. Head to the Guild and Communities tab and click the Find a Guild from the Guild Finder box. This pulls up another interface that allows you to check what your interests in a guild are, your availability, and the class role you have to bring to the table. You have a section to write any comments down as well. Click Browse Guilds and it will pull up a list of guilds that meet your criteria. You can see a description of the guild, how many members are currently in it, and the number of achievement points the guild has earned. You can click Request Membership if you find a guild that sounds like it's up your alley. This is the method I do recommend the least, only because a lot of GMs don't check their requests very often, but it's a good way to see what guilds are out there, and you can always do a quick Google search to see if they have a website, so you can read up on some information about who they are. Keep in mind that whenever you are searching for a guild, you will need to find a guild that is on your server and of the same faction. To communicate with your guild, you can type directly in the guild-specific chat and community window, and it will show up here in your regular chat box window. You can also type /G and hit enter to switch to the guild chat channel. You can see who is online from the roster tab, the perks and rewards, as well as your reputation with the guild through the perks tab, and the info tab gives all guild news you'd be interested in knowing. There are several advantages and perks to joining up with a guild. Besides the camaraderie of having like-minded players teaming up helping with quests, dungeons, or raiding, you can also get several passive perks for simply joining a guild. Mount Up increases speed while mounted by 10% except in arenas or battlegrounds. Hasty Hearth reduces the cooldown on your Hearthstone to 15 minutes. The Quick and the Dead increases your health gained after resurrected by 50% and increases your movement speed while dead at 10%. This doesn't work in battlegrounds or arenas. And with Guild Mail, any mail sent between guild members arrives instantly. A great feature that guilds are able to have is the ability to have a guild bank. A guild bank holds items and money to be shared with other members of the guild. The guild vault is typically placed somewhere on the walls next to the regular bankers. If you have the appropriate permissions, you can deposit and withdraw items as you wish. Most times, guilds will allot a certain amount of money if you need to repair your gear, which you can utilize with this tab here from a repair vendor. Keep in mind that the guild bank does keep a log of all items going in and out, so don't think about trying any funny business. It's a good way to get kicked out of your guild. You also have the ability to purchase rewards from guild vendors after you've gained guild reputation. You can earn reputation through completing green or above quests, guild PvP, and raiding in dungeons. I will leave a link in the description box to all of the items you can purchase from a guild vendor based on reputation. There are several guild roles that you will see once you've joined a guild of your own. There is the guild master who has created and oversees the guild. The guild master will most likely then recruit officers who can help with other facets of the guild itself. There could be officers whose roles are raid leaders, bank management, class lead, and more. After the officers, the rankings usually vary depending on the GM and what roles they'd like to assign. Some assign veterans for longtime members of the guild, raiders for those players that like to raid with the group, and sometimes just members for those players that are just casual and would rather be more sociable with the guild. But again, these vary depending on the guild that you are in. If you've decided at some point you no longer wish to be in a guild, you can quit the guild by typing /gquit in the chat box. I do recommend letting the guildmaster know why you are leaving before you just up and quit your guild. It's one of the more respectful things to do. Besides guild chat, there are other ways to communicate with players in the game. These are usually done by the chat channels that you see on the bottom left of your screen. The chat channels button allows you to see who is available through not only your guild, but in the world. Clicking on each channel brings up a list of players here. Clicking in the chat window defaults to the Say option. This creates a little chat bubble above your head, and all of those within range can see what you've said. You'll most likely see lots of people chatting in the general and trade chat channels. These can be accessed through typing /1 or /2 and then hitting spacebar. The general chat is zone-wide, so everyone who is currently in your particular zone can see what you're saying. The trade chat window is seen through all faction-specific cities on your realm. To chat in an instance, typing /I will bring up that chat channel to speak to everyone in your dungeon or raid group. If you want to whisper to someone, left-clicking on their name will create pink text in the chat window, and you know you're privately messaging someone. You can also right-click their name and select the whisper option from there as well. There is also a chat bubble to the left of the chat box window that easily allows you to select those same options rather than typing them out. If you aren't looking to commit to a guild, think about joining a community instead. Like the guild recruitment forums, there is another one just for communities, so you can search for a group that fits what you're looking for. The great thing about communities is that while they still have to be faction specific, it is cross-realm, so any player from any server can join. Just like guilds usually form for a specific purpose, so can communities. It's easy to create your own community as well by again heading to the Guilds and Communities tab, click the Join or Create Community option, and then select Create World of Warcraft Community. Fill out the name, community description, and change your icon if you'd like. Click Create Community and you're done. Once the group is created, you can create several different chat channels, add community events, and invite other players by either typing in their character name or creating a general invite link that you can post anywhere. You can choose the expiration of the link and how many times the link can be accessed. So that is the Guilds and Social Features Guide in World of Warcraft. I hope that you are able to get a better understanding on how they operate and maybe find a guild of your own. I do have the Nukaverse community link that I've created in the description box below. Feel free to join it if you want to connect with me or other members of the Nukaverse community. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you liked it and share it with your friends. You guys are awesome, and I will see you in the next video.